I'd like to talk to you today a little bit about media hosting and why it's important to you as an online instructor. Now, what do we mean by media hosting? Let's break it down. Media is any type of file that you would want to put in your class, say still images, voice recordings, logos, PDFs, and video. And video in particular is what prompted me to make this presentation. You will find as an online instructor that video is a great tool to get information across to your students. It's a way to show versus tell, and it's a really good tool. You will also find that it takes up a ton of space. It's going to eat up your hard drive space pretty quickly and your processing power. Now, it would do the same thing if you put those files directly into the learning management system. There just simply isn't enough space to put these types of files in the LMS directly. You have to store them or host them elsewhere. That hosting is a place or a repository for you to put all of your video or still image or your file content. Now, there are provisions for hosting in the learning management system. The LMS can handle photo images. It can handle PDFs and documents like Word documents. However, video is an exception. You have the ability to record yourself via webcam in the LMS. It's built in automatically, but what you cannot do is take files off of a video camera itself. Say you're doing a medical procedure that you'd like to present as a video lecture in your course. You can't just take that video and put it right in the LMS. There simply isn't room for it. That's where your host comes in. Your, say, YouTube account or Vimeo account or PhotoBucket account or any of those types of accounts, your hosting accounts, is where that type of content is going to go. So, I'd like to talk to you today a little bit about how to set up your own YouTube account. I want to give you a couple of tips for organizing it. So, in order to set up a YouTube account, you'll actually go to the YouTube site and click on Sign In. Even though you don't have an account yet, we'll click Sign In. And then in the upper right-hand corner, you will see where it says Create an Account. You will then go through and enter in your information. You will more than likely need a Gmail account or have to create one in order to use this. Since Google owns YouTube now, it's tied into the whole Google network, empire, whatever you want to call it. Set up your account, put in your information, and I'd like to tell you to include your mobile phone number. What will happen is once this account is created, they will send you a code. They won't send you spam. They're not going to call you or anything like that, but you will get a code. By inputting that code when you log in next into your YouTube account, it will open up some features, particularly extended video time. You can use up to 15, you can make videos larger than 15 minutes, and you'll have more storage space. Otherwise, it doesn't give you that extended time, and you'll want that as an instructor. You're going to want that for your videos. Now, I don't mean to digress too much, but I would like to say that when you create videos, it's bad practice to make anything longer than 12 to 15 minutes anyway. You're going to lose your students. So I would always divide up a large lecture or a large presentation into several videos, digestible chunks, if you will, for your students. However, you will appreciate the extended play time and you will appreciate the extended storage space on YouTube by entering in your mobile phone number. So there you go. I would recommend it. You'll set up your account and you will then log into your account and you can begin to upload videos. So what I'd like to do is show you my YouTube account. Okay, so here we are on my homepage for my YouTube site. And of course, the first time you log in, it's probably going to ask you for that code that was texted to your phone number so that you can open up those features that I was telling you about here on YouTube. Now, the first thing we'll want to do is to get some video content in here. So we're going to go ahead and click Upload, which is up here at the top of the screen. Now, YouTube has a tendency to change their user interface a lot. As ugly as it is, they do change it quite a bit, and sometimes these buttons move around. But it's always going to be Upload. You just have to find the button. And in this case, it's at the very top where I think it belongs. It'll take you to the Upload screen where you can drag files over this arrow thing, or you can browse for them by clicking on it. And we're going to go find a video that I made here just for this purpose of this tutorial. So we're going to go ahead and hit Open. And it will begin to upload and process. That went pretty fast because it's a short video. Longer videos obviously will take quite a bit longer. Now, whatever I entitled the video is going to show up here. Now you'll notice this is a .mov file. It's in the title here, and you can delete that without any issue. But I wanted to point that out because YouTube accepts a number of file types. MPEG-4. There's a whole bunch of different ones that it takes. Not Flash, but it does take a bunch of other types of files. which is what you would want in any good media host. You'll type in a description of the video. I'm just going to type some text in here just to fill it in. And then you'll want to tag it. And what that does is it allows this video to be searchable. So you might put some things in there that are descriptive. You hit a comma, it makes another tag. So you'll just go through and add tags to the video so that it becomes a searchable file in YouTube. Now, what if you don't want to share this video with everybody? Right now it's set as public. You can set it as unlisted, and that's what I would recommend. Unlisted means if someone searches for this video, it's not going to show up in a search. However, if you send the link out, a person who gets the link can come watch it. If you set it to private, that person then has to log in and actually view the video. And if they don't have a YouTube account, they can't log in, and that becomes, you can't get your content out. So I set it to unlisted. And then I'll select a category. And in this case, it's an education video. It's going to go in my class. So I'll set it for education. And I'll save the changes. It will auto-save, but if for some reason it doesn't catch up, I don't mind clicking the save button and save it. Okay, so you have your first video in YouTube, the first of many. And as this content begins to pour into your account, as you're creating things and you're making stuff for your students, you're going to want to keep it organized. Say you're teaching 4 or 5 different classes. Well, a good way to do that is to make a playlist. A playlist is a way to subdivide the videos in a way where they're stored in essentially their own folder, if you will. So I already have some playlists in here, but I'm going to create a new one. And we're going to call this one Test Gen, because it's a Gen 1000 test folder. And it's okay if it's public because the files themselves are unlisted. So they can find this folder, but they would have to know what to look for. So I'll make the folder public, and then I'll create the playlist. It might ask me to add some notes if I want to. I don't, and I'll close this window. So now this video is uploaded to YouTube, and it's in a folder called Test Gen. Okay, so now say I logged out and I came back a week later and I needed access to this video. I come into my account, and the first thing I'll do is click on Playlists. And you will find the Test Gen playlist right here. I have a bunch of other playlists, but the Test Gen is the one we're looking for. You'd click the link, and the video will automatically begin to play. And any other videos in this playlist would show up here on the side. Okay, so now you're in a playlist. I'd like to talk to you a little bit about some of the features here that are pretty cool in YouTube. You have the ability to close caption. You can annotate, which are those little boxes that show up over top of the screen that tells you something about what's going on. There's a number of things that you can do with these videos to edit or manipulate them. Now, captions are going to become very important as accessibility to the LMS and your lessons, come online. You're really going to need to take into account people who may be vision impaired or that sort of thing. And captioning is a great way to do that. Now, I'm learning that myself. As you run into issues where you'd like to try captioning and do some things, feel free to stop by my office and I'll sit down with you and we'll figure out exactly what we need to do to make that happen. So you do have the ability to obviously consult with me with any technical questions and of course figure it out for me. And I'd love to get feedback. I love to find out what your experiences are with this sort of thing as well. So, feel free at any time to share. So you do have the ability to do some manipulation to the video. Okay, so how do I get it in my course? It's hosted here, but I want to put it in Canvas. You'll click Share, and you'll notice that this playlist will play in its entirety. So all the videos in this playlist would start with this video and then continue to play through whatever else is in there. I uncheck that. I only want this video to play. So here I am. I'll grab the URL, copy it, and then I'll go to my Canvas course. So here I am on a page of content. This is a content page. So if I were to look at this right now in the modules, there's a page here. I want to add my video to it. So I'll click on the page, edit this page, put my cursor where I would like the video to be. Say I wanted it right here in the middle of this. And I might call this, say we'll call it Phil's video. Highlight that. Click the hyperlink button, paste that URL in, you'll get like a small preview of it here, and then hit Insert Link. Now save our changes. So now The text I typed in describes what this video is, which is always a courtesy for your students. You'd like to tell them what they're going to be watching, so that's a good idea to do it that way. And then you'll have a video that they can watch. So the student can then click on it and watch the video. If it's too small, they have the ability to go full screen. That's a bit much. Okay, so there we go. We have a video embedded in your Canvas course. And that is how you can put video presentations in your lessons. So we've established what media is. We've created our own YouTube account to store our media. And I've showed you how to get it in the learning management system.